These films perfectly capture the magic and heartbreak of youthful romance. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movies about young love. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're ranking the flicks that best exemplify the wonders and the messiness of young relationships. They all have a universal quality of nostalgia and blossoming romance, and we'll be ranking our picks based on how well the movie captures those relatable emotions. There may be some spoilers ahead. Number 10, The Fault in Our Stars. The concept of The Fault in Our Stars may seem maudlin, but underneath the dreary premise is a beautiful love story.
Hi, Hazel Grace.
Hi.
How would you like to go on a picnic with me?
The movie tells the story of cancer-stricken teens Hazel and Augustus, as they fall in love, travel to Amsterdam, and find comfort in their situations through each other.
Think of all the beauty in everything around you.
While most of us hopefully can't relate to the cancer aspect, the movie nevertheless tells a deeply heartfelt and identifiable story about the powers of first love and the feelings of safety we get from companionship. It's not only about young love, but friendship, hope, and the power of optimism.
You gave me a forever. Within the numbered days. And for that I am eternally grateful.
Number 9, Blue is the Warmest Color. Blue is the Warmest Color tells the story of two young women, Emma and Adele, as they grow fond of each other, make lots of love, and begin a life together. However, outside factors and conflicting ambitions soon get in the way of their romance and domestic bliss. While stories like this have been told for centuries, this movie comes with a sprawling 3-hour runtime and attempts to immerse the viewer in long, complex scenes concerning various aspects of first relationships.
Je veux plus jamais te voir! Tu prends tes affaires et tu te casses!
It's a very relatable story of young love, growing up, and complacent domesticity that may or may not come between two passionate lovers. Number 8, The Princess Bride.
Go on, boy. Fill these with water. Please.
As you wish.
Hey, it doesn't all have to be cool indie flicks. We like corny, silly rom-com adventure fantasy movies too. The Princess Bride is a classic fairy tale-esque movie about a farmhand, Wesley, and his lover, the Princess Buttercup.
As you wish.
Oh, my sweet Wesley. What have I done?
However, as is often the case in fairy tales, things get in the way of a happily ever after, including Buttercup's betrothed, Prince Humperdinck, giant screaming eels, and a 6-fingered man.
What is it? You have 6 fingers on your right hand.
You know, the usual stuff. The movie is a touching story about love in one's youth and the childish magic of fairy tales. It's a love story mixed with Rob Reiner's signature hilarious satire, and it's an undeniable classic.
5 kisses that were rated the most passionate, the most pure. This one left them all behind.
Number 7, Like Crazy. We all know long-distance relationships are awful, and that's perfectly exemplified in this film. Felicity Jones stars as Anna, a British exchange student who falls in love with Anton Yelchin's American Jacob. Like Crazy perfectly captures the electric first moments of a relationship, when consequences seemingly don't matter, like a student visa, because she's too caught up in their romance. Anna makes a misstep with her expired student visa and is subsequently deported, which understandably puts a strain on their relationship.
Whatever, what do you want to do?
I don't know, I'm really tired.
Yeah, so am I. So do you want to go or what?
Or do you want to get something to eat?
It's a relatable story about the sheer joy, desperation, and ultimate carelessness that comes with falling deeply in love as a young adult. Number 6, Moonrise Kingdom.
What kind of bird are you? I'm a raven.
Moonrise Kingdom is a very touching story about childhood love and innocence told through the lens of Wes Anderson's specific aesthetic. The movie tells the story of two introverted 12-year-olds, Sam and Susie, as they run away and explore the wilderness together. Woo! Woo! Hot on their trail are Sam's scoutmaster, Susie's parents, and the local police. Given that this is a Wes Anderson project, the story is wonderfully told through the escapist fantasies, and of course, gorgeous uses of color. It's a movie that nails the feelings of childhood summers and epic adventures, and allows it to recapture our more imaginative, stress-free, and innocent youths, if only for 90-something hopelessly nostalgic minutes. Number 5, Call Me By Your Name. This movie tells the story of the blossoming friendship and eventual relationship of the introverted Elio and the older, more confident Oliver. The story beautifully captures the hesitant initial steps of a relationship, including the painful "do they like me" period of questioning of each other's motives and feelings.
I could kiss you if I could.
When the two finally get together, they peel away each other's layers to discover a more intimate and personal connection. And yet, there's that persistent lingering feeling that this relationship probably will not last. It's a perfect cinematic example of the initial hesitations, sexual and emotional connections, and undercurrents of tragedy that litter everyone's early forays into love.
Is it a video? I have touched you for the last time.
Number 4. Say Anything.
Hi.
This one is a classic for a reason. Say Anything is about Lloyd Dobler, an average high school student with little ambition, and Diane Court, the school's valedictorian whose father pressures her into continuing a prestigious academic career.
It doesn't feel right to me. I don't even have the right luggage yet.
However, these two seemingly incompatible individuals fall in love at high school graduation and commence a summer full of disapproving parents, good music, and stolen cash. It's a classic not only for its stellar performances and famous boombox scene, but also because it stunningly captures the idealism that often comes with first loves. Diane's father may be right when he tells her that Lloyd is unambitious, but we don't care. Young love conquers all.
Nobody thought we'd do this. Nobody really thinks it will work, do they?
No. You just described every great success story.
Number 3. My Girl. In this movie, Macaulay Culkin plays Thomas J. Sennett, an 11-year-old boy who suffers from severe allergies. He befriends and later grows an attachment to Veda Sultanfuss, a neglected hypochondriac. The two help with each other's troubles, and their relationship soon blossoms after a cute first kiss.
2.5, 3.
However, tragedy strikes, and the budding romance is cut short. My Girl is a great movie about childhood innocence and learning about some painful facts of life.
His face hurts. And where is his glasses? He can't see without his glasses.
We all had that one childhood friend who helped us grow into the people we are today, and My Girl is the perfect embodiment of those feelings and that particular time in our lives.
Thomas J. had this on him. I thought you might like to have it.
Number 2. The Notebook. You just can't go wrong with Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams. Talk about the most hashtag couple goals couple on the face of the earth.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
The Notebook, as we're sure you all know, tells the story of the poor Noah Calhoun falling in love with the rich Allie Hamilton.
But you're gonna have a million things to do. You got so much ahead of you.
Don't talk like that.
It's true. I'm not gonna have nice things, fancy things.
What follows is a great representation of the optimism of a new relationship, and the outer forces that can seemingly conspire against a happy young couple, like disapproving and invasive parents. And unlike most of the movies on this list, their romance succeeds and blossoms into maturity and old age, proving that sometimes young love can become our true love.
That's what brings you back to me each time.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Je t'aime, Camille. Mais tu voudrais être tout.
And then you'll catch yourself thinking about something or someone who has no connection with the past.
Number 1. Romeo and Juliet.
If my heart's dear love, I swear Oh, Juliet!
What better pick for number 1 than the most classic story ever told about young love? You've all read Shakespeare's play in school, so there's no need to go over the plot. Some of you may think the story old and stale, especially if you saw the 1968 classic. But give Baz Luhrmann's 1996 adaptation a try, and you'll see how Shakespeare can be brought into the modern world. It's funny, touching, and tragic, and it imbues Shakespeare's words with new life to make them work for a mainstream modern audience.
Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word.
Whether you watch an older version or a later one, there exists no better story about the electric, senseless emotions and fallibility of first or young love than Juliet and her Romeo.
Romeo.
Well, okay, West Side Story, which is also a riff on the Bard's play, was pretty cool too.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.